Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a Union Energies update. Today we're going to be looking at the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine energies and how they're relating to each other. Just pull some cards and see what is going on in the connection with the collective. So let's get to it. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please feel free to reach out to me at susandonspiritual.com. I have a number of services there, including personal private tarot and oracle readings, mediumship, and divine partnership coaching. Okay. So, as I'm shuffling, if you guys want to fast forward, feel free to the reading. But as I'm shuffling, I just want to make some commentary on the energies. It does feel like something shifted this morning. I felt it within myself, where it felt kind of like the air had cleared is what I'm hearing. The air had cleared. It's almost like I've been in a fog over the past week, maybe week and a half. Part of it was due to situations going on within my own external world. Part of it was due to very intense healing that I had been going through. But part of it was also this energy. Saturn has gone direct or is going direct today. And part of it is the energy that we've been feeling. So now it is forward momentum, and we have been channeling that for the past few weeks, for the past few readings, that September was going to see more forward momentum going into the harvest. Now we do have the autumn equinox on September 23rd, Monday. We'll be having a live stream on Monday because it is my birthday. So I'll be doing giveaways, so make sure you stay tuned for that. For a free reading, but it is the equinox, and that is the harvest, and that is that forward momentum energy. It is forward movement. It is decisions have been made, and now it's time to take action, which is interesting because with my energy, part of the frustration that I've been feeling was Spirit had been calling me to really step back. Even though I've been taking care of what needed to be taken care of, you know, within my businesses, around my house, with my life, with my family, more often than not, they'd been calling me to rest, to sleep, to just relax, to heal, and just step out of that really masculine energy of go, go, go. Part of it was so that my masculine could rise. Part of that was so that I could step into the feminine energy of flow and receptivity. Part of it was also for healing between the counterparts, balancing the energies. Now, that could be your physical person, or that could be your energies within your own self. I've been noticing a balancing within the two. But it feels like today I woke up and that fog had cleared. I've been wandering sometimes aimlessly from room to room. That is not me. I always have a very clear purpose. Aimless is not me. I usually have a direction, but I would sit down to do a tarot reading for a client, and I would be a clear channel. It'd be fine. I'd be able to bring through the messages, and as soon as that was over, I would have no clue what I was doing next. No clue what I needed to do next. And the only thing I could do was just go and rest and sleep. The energy, the physical energy, the mental energy, the emotional energy was just drained. Now, I was and am feeling in high vibrations. I feel overall good, emotional, but good. I am in a place of peace. I'm in a place of not quite happiness, but satisfaction, contentness, moving towards happiness once more. Moving towards, because I am choosing happiness, moving towards those good vibrations, so to speak. But it was just a place of just complete mental fog. It was like they were shutting me down for a pause. And what it felt like was we were inhaling and getting ready for the exhale. That's what it felt like. And it feels like now we are exhaling. It feels like this is the exhale. King of Swords. There's going to be forward momentum. There's going to be clarity. There's going to be... It's almost like he's getting ready to charge forward. It's almost like an energy of we had been the wounded warrior, and we were just taking a pause, a break, to recollect ourselves for the next stage, for the next journey, for the next part of this journey. But it doesn't, the next part of this journey, it's not that intensity. It doesn't feel like that heaviness of what we were feeling. That's what they were preparing us for. They were preparing us for this war, but it's not even going to be war. It's, how do I say this? It's leadership. We've been through the battles. We've been through the war. The war was with ourselves. Now this is taking leadership. This is taking ownership. Now we are stepping in to be the king, to lead others on their journeys. As light workers, we had to be put through the fire. We had to be put through the healing. We had to be put through the ringer of our own sacred self. And now we're sitting on our throne, charging forward for our lives, but not into battle, not into war. We have been through that war. Now it's almost like now we can take authority because we've been there. We've been there. And so now we can lead others. Now we can guide others through what they're going through. Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, they just called me too. This is that stability. This is that security. This, with this King of Wands energy, this is the peace that comes after the war. And you were at war with yourself. And even if you feel like you were at war with others, it was really because you were at war with yourself, because you were healing yourself. You were healing those parts of yourself, the shadow sides of yourself that you were at war with. And so now comes more stability. I'm hearing a commitment to yourself. Now comes more of a celebration, peacetime. That's fascinating. That gives me great hope, I've got to say. That gives me great hope, because I have been extremely tired and extremely worn out, and I know that we all have been. It really has been war with ourselves. War between the ego mind and the heart. Knowing the ego fighting and fighting and fighting to survive, because that is what it's done. And we thank the ego. I say that all the time. We thank the ego, because up until this point, up until this ascension journey, up until this incarnation, this lifetime, here and now, we have needed the ego to help protect us, to guide us through our lessons, what our soul needed to experience, all the karma that we needed to play out. But that is what this incarnation is all about. That karma is over. We have closed out that cycle. That is why it's been such a battle, because we have closed out that cycle, the karmic cycles. We have healed not even just our lifetime and previous lifetimes, but ancestral lifetimes. Ancestral pain, collective wounding. We are changing the paradigm through our own healing, through our light. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing on this journey, in this lifetime now. We are closing out all those timelines that don't matter anymore. All those timelines that, to bring us to the here and now, all those timelines that aren't necessary for this next stage of our evolution. That is what we have been healing. Not to sit in those timelines, but for those timelines to call back all those pieces of ourselves from those fractured times, those fractured pieces of our soul that are still holding on to those timelines. Many months ago, I want to say back in the winter time, they had shown me, and I'm gonna say it now, they had shown me that this is our here and now. This is this present moment, this incarnation, you here in this moment, right now. And what they showed me was all the timelines were converging on this moment now. All those pieces, those power that you had given yourself away, the pieces of your soul you had given away to all those lifetimes, not just to other people, but to those lifetimes. In a previous lifetime, I was a medieval man who had a gift, who couldn't speak his truth. I had given away pieces of myself to that lifetime. In another lifetime, I was brokenhearted by betrayal. I had given myself away to that lifetime. In another lifetime, I had been the betrayer. I gave myself away to that lifetime. In another lifetime, my divine counterpart and I were separated due to duty, and he had passed away in a couple of lifetimes, actually. And I gave myself away to those lifetimes. We are all of those lifetimes as the sum of who we are, as the sum of our soul. Because we needed to experience that, we chose to experience those lifetimes for our soul's evolution, for our soul's growth. Those were karmic cycles and stories that we played out, that we chose to play out to learn, for our soul to grow, so that Source could then learn and experience and grow. Source energy, the universe itself, for the universe itself to expand. But what happened to us as souls is pieces of our soul remained in those lifetimes. And that's such the importance of past lifetime healing. No matter which way you do it, past lifetime healing, if you're doing it in dream state, if you're doing it through energy healing, if you're doing it through regressions, whichever manner you do it, that's the importance. If you're doing it through soul retrieval, shamanic healing, whichever way you do it, that is the importance of past lifetime healing, because what you're actually doing is you're calling back pieces, and those timelines, those past lives are converging on the here and now, so that you are whole in the here and the now. Everything that you've learned, not fractured pieces anymore. And they just showed it to me like beams of light they showed it to me as the universe, like in the universe, almost like shooting stars, beams of light converging on who you are in the here and the now. This soul of who you are here and now. And so what's happening is those lifetimes are converging, those timelines are converging, so that you have the best and highest possible timeline for you. That is what we have ascended to on this journey. That was the purpose of this ascension journey. To bring about the wholeness of who you are, to transcend, I got that word right this time, transcend the past, to transcend the karma, to transcend the wounds and the pain and the trauma, to bring you back to the wholeness of who you are, the love and the light of who you are, and to remember and awaken to that, to understand that to be whole is to remember that you are pure love and light, that you are pure divinity, that you are source energy itself. And as source energy itself, you are connected to every living consciousness on this planet. You have individual souls. A blade of grass is a single blade of grass, but together it makes up a lawn. Together it makes up a meadow. A tree is a single tree, but together, working together, it makes up a forest. It's the same thing. We are individual souls learning for our own soul growth and experience. And divine counterparts, you're that one soul together, but individual souls. But you experienced it in two separate bodies. It's almost like you did separate to experience duality. You separated, you and your divine counterpart separated to experience duality. And I'm also hearing to experience more. So that it wasn't just you experienced one lifetime, but experiencing more lifetimes. You chose the accelerated path, and my mind, my head is getting so clogged, and that's how I know that Spirit is with me, and that, yes, speak your truth is what I'm saying, is what I'm hearing. Speak. You and your divine counterpart are that one soul, but you chose to come in as two physical bodies throughout various lifetimes as an accelerated experience. So that you're not just experiencing life as one individual soul, but as two individual souls. And I hope that's making sense to you guys. I don't know how else to explain what it is that they're giving it to me, the feeling that they're giving to me. It's just you chose to experience life and your lessons and your karma in an accelerated way. And so to do that, you split to experience not just duality, to heal duality, I'm also hearing, but also to experience all the karma, which you might have had to experience like thousands and thousands and thousands of lifetime in an accelerated, truncated way, because you're experiencing it together as one soul, but in two separate bodies. Always as one, but in two separate physical entities, so that you, just like source energy experiences through all of the souls, through everyone, you chose to do that in the same way. You chose to experience life in two separate bodies, even being the same soul. So I hope that's making sense to you. Okay, they're pulling back from that, so we're going to get to the cards and see what's going on with the divine counterparts here. That was a lot. That was a lot. Give me a second. There's a lot of energy right now. That was very important. They're saying that was very important. That was very vital for understanding. And it was a new download that they're going to be offering going forward. More understanding and more clarity that they're going to be offering going forward. More about ascension, more about the purpose. And we do channel a lot about the purpose in the special channeled messages. If you want to check that out on the playlist, I have an entire playlist of special channel messages for why you're here. What is soul growth? What is this ascension journey? What is union? Why are you here with your divine counterpart? So if that is calling to you, do make sure to check that out, because you're at this level where you're ready for it. You're at this level, if it's calling to you, where they want you to understand that, because you are leading the way as light workers on this journey. It's not just about the relationship, although if you're focused on the relationship, that's fine as well. But it's also about the soul experience and why you're here, what you're here to experience, what you're here to learn, what you're here to close out, and how moving forward with this new timeline, the best and highest timeline for you and for the planet, they're saying, to change the paradigm, to raise the vibrations. It's not just affecting this earth, but it's affecting the entire universe. And we've been channeling that, the cosmic blueprint, I think that's what it's called, birthing a new world, something like that. We talk about that. It's not just, and I'll put a link in the description box below, it's not just raising the vibrations of this planet. It is affecting the entire cosmos. It's affecting the entire universe, especially as divine partners, especially as you come together. Because of the energy between you two, because of the love between you two, your love is that unconditional love. And your love is ushering in that Christ consciousness. They're telling me Christ consciousness codes. So your love, through your light activations, through your healing, through your heart chakras opening, you are ushering in codes that ushers in the new Christ consciousness. So really go and check out the special channeled messages, because there's a lot more in depth on that. Okay, they are pulling back, so we're just going to get into the union energies. I was just telling a friend yesterday how I'm being called to talk more about ascension and awakening as a whole, rather than the relationship experience. So it's been a while since they've channeled messages, but I had been on like a lockdown. I'd been on like a psychic lockdown, and now I feel like they are... Two of Cups just wanted to come out. They are bringing me, they're bringing me together. Bringing me together, again, raising my consciousness so that I can offer that understanding, so that I can communicate more of the higher level ascension purpose. And part of that purpose is connecting. Part of that purpose is this relationship. Part of that purpose is your divine counterpart, the relationship and the connection, the soul connection that you have with your divine counterpart. So it's interesting that I started on this journey talking about divine counterparts and the relationship and the connection, because that's really where my heart is, connecting, especially one-on-one. But as I've gone through along this year, especially one-on-one with clients, it's been more spiritual guidance. It's been more self-guidance. It's been more, yes, connecting with your divine counterpart, but not on the 3D level, on the higher level. What is the soul telling you? What is the heart telling you? And that's where I'm being guided to go. So stick with me, because we're going to still have more readings about the partnerships. We're still going to have more readings about connection. But again, if you listen to the special channel messages, that is what I'm being called to as far as guidance, as far as readings, as far as channelings. And I'm just an open vessel. I'm just going wherever they're guiding me. So if that is calling to you, please subscribe to the page. If it's not resonating with you, feel free to email me and I'll recommend other readers to you. But it looks like that's where I'm being led. So I'm just an open vessel. Okay, let me get a clear shuffle. And we'll get into this partnership reading, shall we? What's going on with the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine? Okay, so just to let you guys know as well, over on the Patreon on Friday, we're going to be doing a divine partnership reading where we dive deep into what's going on with the masculine, head space, heart space, physical reality, feminine, head space, heart space, physical reality, how they're connecting to each other, how they're feeling about each other, what's blocking the union, what is helping the union. So we're going to dive deep, but that's going to be over on the Patreon now. We will have a weekend update on Friday for the YouTube channel. So I'm always going to have something for you guys here. So make sure you stay tuned to the Patreon for that if you are a subscriber. Also, next week, I'm going to have mini readings, a live chat and mini readings for Patreon subscribers, as well as a special giveaway for my birthday. So, Patreon subscribers have 2 chances to win readings from me. I'm going to be doing a giveaway for YouTube subscribers and for Patreon subscribers. So Patreon, you guys have 2 chances to win a reading from me. So stay tuned. I'll have more information up on that. And the link to the Patreon is in the description box below. It unlocks extended readings, exclusive readings, romance readings, pick-a piles, all the content, all previous content, as well as the live chats where I'll be doing mini readings where I'll answer and channel some questions for you guys. So, a lot of content for your subscription, which I appreciate your support. Okay. Let's get to it. Masculine energy, please. Masculine energy. What's going on with the masculine energy? Yeah, that is what I've been feeling. An overwhelming flood of love. They have anchored into their heart space. They have anchored into the love that they feel not only for themselves, but for this connection, for you, Divine Feminines. And that is just spilling out and expanding to the world. They're understanding their worth. They're understanding this experience. They're understanding that they are deserving of love, deserving of receiving love. And so the love that they're having for themselves is then spilling out over into the love that they have for their Divine Feminines. More messages, please, for the Divine Masculine. More messages, please, for the Divine Masculine. Yeah. One more. For the Divine Masculine, please. Divine Masculine. And remember to take the messages as they resonate for you, because the energies are so merged. You might be relating more to the masculine energy or the feminine energy. So no matter which predominant energy you are, you hold both energies within you. And so take the message as it's resonating for you. One more, please. One more to clarify Ace of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. What's going on with the Divine Masculine, please? 2 of Cups again on the bottom of the deck. And there's the King of Swords again. Fascinating. Okay, so the bottom of the deck, yeah, we have this, I'm going to take that as well, and that one, and that one. Okay, and that one. All right, and there's the counterpart. Okay, give me a second. Okay, a brief message before I get into the overall message here. They have undergone this transformation. They have undergone this death of the old. This is also the death of the ego. This was the dissolution of the ego. This is that change of perception that we have been channeling for the past few weeks, where something happened that left one or both of you out in the cold. But from being left out in the cold, see this energy of remorse. This is the 5 of Cups energy with this little flower here. It's the energy of regret, the energy of remorse. From that, they were transformed. From being left out in the cold or leaving you out in the cold, that absence, whether it's physical absence or emotional absence, solitude, I'm getting the Hermit card. If they went into like a solitude, into hermit mode, to go in to within and reflect, that created a death cycle for them. It was the death of the old karmic cycle. And also, if it wasn't just their energy, it was also the death of the old karmic cycle that you two, as a couple, as counterparts, had created together. Because what had happened through this journey, you were clearing your own individual karma from this lifetime, from past lifetimes, always together. Remember that as one soul, what we had just channeled, as one soul, you were always together, but you were living individual lifetimes for individual experiences, but it was for your one soul's growth. But what was happening was, as you came together, you created your own karmic cycle within your relationship, within your partnership. And so that then had to be cleared. That then had to end. And as, especially Divine Masculine, as they are clearing out their own karmic cycle, they were also clearing out the karmic cycle with you and this partnership, what had been created. So part of this, leaving each other out in the cold, any betrayal, any control, any hot and cold energy, any in and out energy, that had to be transformed for you to come into balance, for you to come into harmony. And so part of this being left out in the cold energy, this neglect energy, this rejection energy, was from the absence. They're giving me the word absence, from that absence of each other. So if you've been in separation for a while, if you've been in separation for, a few days, a few weeks, however it's resonating for you and your situation, there was a stark feeling of absence between you two. And from that, and it could even just be energetic detachment that they're feeling energetically. If you guys were still in contact, energetically, one or both of you pulled away. So however the situation is resonating for you, take it as it resonates for you. From that, it created this kind of barren landscape for them. And they had to learn, and they had to grow, and they had to reflect on their own actions. They had to reflect on their own experiences, how they've played their role in life and in their past heartbreak and their past pain, how they not only played their role, but how they orchestrated it on a soul level, on a higher perspective. That was part of the shift in perception. Looking at it from a higher perspective, from a soul's perspective, to understand that there were lessons there that they needed to learn, and they learned it through experience. And unfortunately, sometimes that experience is trauma, sometimes that experience is heartbreak, but you experience that, and you have that shift in perspective so that you could heal it. And this was them going through to heal. And what they healed, these pentacles, you see these pentacles have bloomed on this barren tree. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. So what this transformation has brought about was they, give me a second. I want to make sure I get this message right. So this was about self-love. This was about self-worth. Blooming from a place where perhaps they were not able to receive love before, perhaps where they felt undeserving of love before, where they didn't feel worthy of love before, where they didn't have faith in their happiness, they didn't have faith in themselves, that they were the magician, that they could co-create, that they could create, period. Whatever it was, whatever this absence was, this detachment, caused them to go within in that hermit energy and cause these pentacles to bloom because of this transformation that took place. So it was almost like this. I don't have a card to represent it, but it's like the hermit energy here. Queen of Swords. We'll take this as an example. Okay, this is an example. The old had to end, and they had to go within and understand themselves for that death to take place, for the transformation to take place. And then from that situation where they were kind of desolate, where they were feeling barren, where they were feeling neglected or rejected or abandoned, from that, because of the transformation, they started to gain their own inner strength, because they started to gain a shift in perception, a shift in perspective. They started to see things from a different point of view, possibly even your point of view, Divine Feminines. But they were seeing their entire life through a different lens. They were seeing themselves from a different lens. This is awareness. And from that awareness grew self-love. From that awareness grew that worth. And so now what you have here from the Five of Pentacles grew the Seven of Pentacles. And this time apart, time within, has caused them to blossom. So it's almost like they're showing me from the barren tree to this full bloom, this beautiful blossoming harvest. And so now they're like, look at what I have done. Look at what I have harvested. This isn't an energy of waiting here. This is an energy of pride, self-pride, confidence. This is an energy of look at what I've cultivated. Look at what my self-love and my self-worth has brought about. And so now what's happening is the blindfold has come off. They're no longer blocking their heart. We had the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, the Ace of Swords here. They have gotten truth. They've gotten some clarity. And now what they're doing is they are moving forward in their life, moving forward into calmer waters because they are calm within, because they have seen it within. I'm just seeing the dragonfly here, and what's interesting on this boat is a friend of mine has been seeing dragonflies everywhere. Everywhere. And it is a sign of hope. It's a sign of prosperity. It's a sign of, oh, that's beautiful. I'm hearing it's a sign from the angels of guidance. So look at all this swords energy. Look at all this truth here. Carrying the truth of who you are with you. And the truth of who you are, their understanding, is love. Just love. And as they understand that worth, that love just spills out. And so now they can both give and receive love in equal partnership. Here we have a king and a queen. Feeling more stable, feeling more grounded, feeling more certain of themselves. Ready to speak their truth, ready to stand with authority, what we had channeled in the beginning of the reading. Ready to lead their lives. And I'm also hearing lead this connection. Ready to lead this connection, which is really beautiful. And you see here the solar plexus chakra. This is their self-esteem. This is their self-worth. This is them leading from their intuition. No longer, they are still in their logical mindset because that is the masculine mindset. But they're balanced between their heart and their mind now, between logic and feeling, logic and emotions. That is their feminine and masculine energy being in complete balance, they're telling me. This is complete balance within. This is inner union for the divine masculine, which is beautiful. And now they're in their king energy. And what they showed me when the Queen of Pentacles came out was this is their divine feminine, thinking about their divine feminine, wanting to offer something more stable, wanting to offer their cup of love to their divine feminine. And now they pointed me immediately to the dog when this first came out. A loyal companion. This is loyalty. This is devotion. This is dedication to each other, to this connection, to this soul partnership, this soul love, this heart-to-heart connection, this heart-to-heart love. And being the Queen of Pentacles, with that pentacle, it's knowing the value of this connection. And that's where the loyalty is coming from. Valuing each other, valuing the divine feminine, and now dedicating their heart to their divine feminine as their counterpart. Really, really beautiful for the divine masculines. Let's see where the divine feminines are. I'm going to use this one. Let's see where the divine feminines are. They see you. They see your worth. They see that you have always offered this cup of love, that you have always offered your truth to them. But now they're actually seeing it. Now they're actually understanding it and feeling it. And they see your worth, divine feminines. They see you in the Queen of Pentacles role, where you are nurturing. You're very stable to them. You bring them joy. You bring them happiness. You've always been that loyal companion to them as well. And so now they're wanting to reciprocate that. Because Their cup is full, and now they have something to offer. And they've made that decision. They have that clarity now, that peace of mind, and they've made that decision to come forward towards you. This is reminding me of the honeymoon card in the Romance Angels deck. Now they have that clarity, and I feel like they're just making the decision. Actually, I want to get a couple more cards for the Divine Masculine. What's going on with the Divine Masculine? What's their action? What action do they want to take? What action does the Divine Masculine want to take? Yeah. There it is. 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. 3 of Cups, which is my union energy. So the cards that came out, the Knight of Wands, or I'm sorry, the Knight of Swords, wanting to communicate and take swift action towards you. This is very fast movement. And again, you have the yellow of the solar plexus here. This is guiding them now. Their solar plexus is balanced, and now they're feeling their self-esteem, they're feeling their worth, and they're not letting anything block them anymore. They're not letting themselves block them anymore. This is cutting through self-deception, denial, self-betrayal, self-sabotage, anything within themselves. And it could have been portrayed in your outside obstacles, relationships, family, karmic cycles, whatever. But it was because they were blocking whatever it was within themselves. Now they're cutting through all of that to ride forward. To ride forward. And it's with clarity. It's with clarity, and it's communication. And communication may be a little, I'm hearing clumsy. Communication may be a little bit harsh. But they have this cup of love, and they want to express this cup of love because it's overflowing. I'm hearing the word acceptance. Acceptance, wanting that acceptance because they've finally accepted themselves. And they're wanting you to accept them, Divine Feminines. You have the 8 of Wands. Again, another very fast moving card. Action. Passion. Moving forward with clarity, with passion, and with love. This could be travel for some of you as well, I'm hearing. And then you do have the counterparts again. We have the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, and now we have the counterparts again, the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, he is seeing, and you see how he's looking at his pentacle, and he's looking at you, Divine Feminine. You both have something of value to offer to each other. This is equal partnership. This is stability. This is wanting that happy home life together, knowing that you both fulfill each other. You both, this love is all your wishes fulfilled. And now it's coming in with a more stable foundation, but because you both have something of value to offer to each other, and this is dedication, this is that devotion energy, this is that equal partnership. Both of you seeing the worth of each other, the value of each other, wanting your 10 of Cups, knowing you can have your 10 of Cups. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is that dedication. No longer prioritizing what doesn't need to be prioritized. No longer prioritizing other family or friends or work or career or finances or whatever was blocking this connection. No longer prioritizing that over self-love. And part of self-love is expression of self. Part of self-love is expression of love for this connection. Part of self-love is this connection. No longer prioritizing self-sacrificing at the expense of this connection. Now they're putting forth the effort. Riding forward towards victory with confidence, wanting this public acknowledgement for this union. 3 of Cups is always a card of celebration and union for me because it is going from the Ace of Cups, and we had seen the 2 of Cups come out during the reading as well. I didn't pull it, but it was coming out, it was showing itself. Going from the Ace of Cups, overflowing with self-love, to now having love to offer each other with the 2 of Cups. And as you offer the 2 of Cups to each other, it's that Trinity energy with the divine. It's merging with the divine. That's union for me. Trinity, masculine, feminine, and the divine itself. The 3 cups. Celebration, union, harmony, balance. Beautiful. Complete. Wishes fulfilled. That's beautiful. Well, I'm glad we asked because that's what's happening. That's the action they're taking. They are coming forward towards you with clarity because this is what they are wanting. They feel it in their heart. I feel it in my heart, the energy from the Divine Masculine. It is very strong. It is very strong. Let's see what's going on for the Divine Feminines. Divine Feminine energy, please. Yeah, Divine Feminines, you've gone through a transformation as well. Clarify the Death card, please. Thank you. And there's the 6 of Swords as well for you. You wanting to move on to calmer waters. You wanting peace in this relationship. You wanting balance here. You wanting clarity and harmony. Both of you moving on. Putting the old cycle of toxicity to rest. That is what you have transformed. So that now all your wishes can be fulfilled. You have healed that energy, you have healed that karma, you have healed that toxicity within your relationship, and so now when you come forward, when your masculine comes forward together towards you, because they're making that decision to come forward, wanting to come forward with that truth, with that clarity, with apologies, with expressions of love, with communication, love of self, as they come forward, you are understanding, Divine Feminines, that you have healed and are healing, and this relationship is transforming because you are putting in the effort as well. You're feeling balanced in your emotions, wanting to express fully, full-heartedly what is in your heart. And that's always what you've wanted. You've always been holding out a cup to your Divine Masculine. You've always wanted to fully express yourself, to fully express your love because you've put in the effort. And you've always just wanted it to be balanced between you two. You've always wanted it to be balanced between you two. And so now it is. The 6 of Pentacles. This is, you see the scales there? This is complete balance. No more giving more of yourself than you have. No more sacrificing yourself. That is how you have transformed. That is how you are stepping into your own power, reclaiming your own energy, reclaiming your own power. This is an equal partnership, and you expect nothing less. You expect nothing less than divine counterparts, the king and the queen, your king to stand beside you. Gender doesn't matter. Take it as it's resonating for you. The masculine to the feminine, lifting each other up, supporting each other now, throughout any trials, any challenges, any obstacles. Now you're in this partnership together, equal give and take. We have the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. And the 6 of Swords there again as well. With the Ace of Pentacles. This Ace of Pentacles is this new beginning that you're both holding. Both of you wanting this new beginning in love, in partnership. And it's interesting that the Lovers came out versus the 2 of Cups because this is that higher connection, acknowledging that higher connection. This is union. They're giving me the energy of union here. The divine here guiding you two back together, reconciliation. This is what is coming, and you understand this, Divine Feminines. You feel it within you. You feel it within you, and you are open to it. You're open to it. Willing, ready, and willing to express your love, as your Divine Masculine is ready and willing to communicate and express their love. I'm hearing don't close yourself off, Divine Feminines, because that is how you've transformed. You've put an end to that old cycle of guarding yourself. You put an end to that old cycle of fear. That doesn't mean if your Divine Masculine comes back with the same in and out behavior, the same hot and cold behavior, no changes in behavior, that you accept it. But be open to the conversation that is going to be had. Be open to the communication. You have a lot of passion here. You have a lot of very grounded, stable energy here in the masculine energy, and you have a lot of communication here. You have the Knight, which yes, is fast moving, but you also have the grounded energy of the King. He is not immature anymore. He's not a page here. He has grown into the king. You have 2 kings here. And the Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning, and the Ace of Pentacles. 2 new beginnings here in love, but in a very grounded, committed, devoted, stable love. 2 new beginnings. Well, a new beginning, but in 2 different ways. Beautiful. Very stable energy here. Very grounded energy here. I'm hearing the word forgiveness and acceptance, because that is always the undercurrent between these 2 counterparts. Forgiveness and acceptance. That does not mean that accountability shouldn't be taken. Responsibility for behaviors and actions should always be taken. But it is understanding that actions are actions, and the heart is the person. So hold each other accountable. Hold each other responsible for the poor behaviors, the painful actions that were taken. Express yourself, Divine Feminines. Express your emotions if you were in pain, if you were hurt. But the King of Cups is also an energy of forgiveness, an expression of forgiveness as well. For this new beginning, that's how you've transformed this healing energy of the Star card. Okay, I'm going to get some guidance. I want to get these Whispers of Love deck. What can we expect for these counterparts? What do they have to say? What can we expect for these counterparts? What can we expect for these counterparts? What guidance do you have? Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show that you care. And then we have show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. That's kind of like this be supportive energy here. It's expressions of love. It's an expressions of compassion. It's expressions of the self. How are you expressing yourself? And it's actions, the heart of the matter. There's more going on that meets the eye. Recognize what this is all about. This is the love that's under the surface. So if you're not seeing forward movement yet, understand that that shift in perspective, that death energy is still taking place, that transformation is still taking place, and forward movement is coming. This is a wanting to step forward, a wanting to take action, and they will take action. They're making that decision to take action. So especially for Divine Feminines, Divine Masculines, simple acts of kindness. This is you being urged to take action. Step forward with compassion. Step forward for your Divine Feminine and what they've been through. Just as the Divine Feminine holds compassion for what you're going through, this is being bold. This is taking action for the relationship, for the partnership. Divine Feminines, this is you having patience and holding space and understanding that there is more pieces being aligned for this reconciliation, for this reunion, for these new beginnings to take place. Because this is that forward momentum of the harvest. This is that forward momentum of that September 23rd autumn equinox energy. We have walked through that doorway, and we've kind of been like wondering, okay, what happens now? What happens now? I don't understand. I've walked through the doorway. I've felt that portal. We've walked through. We've felt that shift as we walk through that doorway. But now it's like you're going further and further in because you've gone further and further within you. So now you're going further and further within this new cycle. And as you go further and further within this new cycle into that doorway, you're seeing more and more. And more is changing. More and more is manifesting. But it's abundance. It's a positive momentum. It's a positive energy. I'm hearing the words reward, and I really hate the word reward because that's the old 3D paradigm of, the ego likes rewards, but that's the word that they're giving me, and they're saying it's okay, that's the word. It's a reward. This is the reward, almost like the payoff for all of the hard work, especially from the past 6 months, the intensity from the past 6 months. This is that payoff energy. This is the reward. This is your abundance. This is what you have been manifesting. This is what you've been manifesting. Okay, I'm going to get Moonology, and then we're going to close out. Being guided to this deck. I know this is a super long reading, and it's been a while since I've done a long reading like this, but I'm being called to. And again, with the Divine Partnership reading over on the Patreon on Friday, we'll dive even deeper into these energies between the two counterparts, how they're feeling about each other, how they're relating to each other, what's healing, what's being blocked. So do make sure that if that interests you and if you resonate with my readings, you don't want to miss anything over there. We're going to be nurturing that channel and building that up a lot, so make sure that you do subscribe. Okay. More. Yeah, nice. And one more, Spirit. What's that's too many. I don't want to take that many. One more, Spirit. Thank you. Conclusions are within reach. And this has that energy of the harvest. It's a full moon eclipse energy here, or what it says here, but this has the energy. You see the bare trees here and that full moon? This has the energy of the equinox. This has that energy of a full moon harvest, which is beautiful. An autumn harvest. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So we have bring love into the situation. This is that star energy, the Aquarius energy. This is that star energy of that healing energy. It's also an energy of temperance. I'm getting an energy of temperance from this as well. Because what they're showing me is the balancing of the energies. And as you balance the energies, you heal, and as you heal, your wishes are manifested. So this is all about manifesting and bringing to fruition the love. And we were talking about walking further and further into the doorway, about the abundance, about the manifestations. This is that love coming into the situation, that cup of love, that 10 of Cups energy, the lovers, the King of Cups. This is that energy of partnership. This is that energy of union. And what's happening is the bigger picture. This is that arrow hitting its mark. We had channeled that, I think it was a weekend reading, where they had shown me, it was like a cartoon heart, and like almost like a video game heart, and the arrow went right through the heart, and the heart just exploded into like sunshines and rainbows and happiness and smiley faces and hearts and twinkle lights and all that stuff. It was very cartoonish, very video game-ish, but that's what they showed me. It was the target that had been released. We had been channeling the bow and arrow back in the spring, the tension of that, pulling back on the bow and arrow, and it had finally been released. Now it is hitting its mark because of that change in perception, because of the balancing of the energies, because of seeing the bigger picture. Be bold and make the first move. As it's resonating for you, take it as it's resonating for you, but this is very divine masculine energy that I'm getting from this because of the cards that we have here, all the action cards. The Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the two Kings here, because their cup is filled up. Be bold. Now is the time to be confident. Now, Divine Feminines, this could also be a message for you to be bold in your life. Where do you need to take the first move? Where do you need to have your fresh start and new beginning? This could be in career. This could be in finances. This could be in mission work. This could be in friendships. This could be in other partnerships and other relationships. Take it as it's resonating for you. But when it comes to this divine partnership, this is masculine energy coming forward because of this energy here. Because they are wanting to come forward. They are wanting to communicate and express themselves with passionate energy, with love for this new beginning, wanting this new beginning and love, wanting this new commitment towards each other, this loyalty, this dedication. But they have to be bold and take action now. And we're going into Libra season, but we have the Aries energy. So this is all, Aries is all about stepping forward. Aries is all about being confident. Aries is all about taking control of your life. taking authority for your life, and no longer stepping back, no longer holding back, but moving forward. And Aries is very fearless when they take action. So tap into that energy of this new cosmic cycle, because we just ended Pisces and now we're starting with the energy of Aries. So step into that energy and be bold. Be bold in whichever direction you're called to. Be bold and take action. Take that first initial step. I'm hearing you'll be glad you did. Oh, that's beautiful. You'll be glad you did, because maybe that's there. Your wish is fulfilled. Whatever it is that you want filled up in those cups, that's what's to come. Be bold. Be bold. All right, you guys, that's going to be it for today's reading. A really, really beautiful reading. I'm glad that we did this. And make sure, if you did skip ahead, make sure to check out the special channel messages in the beginning of the video as well. We'll be back with the Divine Partnership reading on the Patreon and with the weekend update on Friday. So make sure that you do like, comment, and subscribe if these readings are resonating with you. And we'll be back soon. Sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we'll see you later.